Thank you all for listening and watching my videos. Please subscribe and like my channel Master Coolitz. Hoping that you will not skip my ads, it's a big help for me by not skipping it. Thank you so much. Dragon Shadow. The Rise.
In the heart of the bustling Xuanyuan Mountains, where the air hummed with the power of countless cultivators, an unexpected encounter unfolded. Zane Martel, a towering figure with a calm demeanor, found himself approached by the amiable yet unassuming Victor Quinn.
I never thought Victor Quinn would start a conversation with me.
Zane Martel cupped his hands and bowed respectfully.
Mr. Victor.
Don't. If you're trying to show respect, just call me Quinn. Mr. Victor sounds too formal.
Victor Quinn gripped Zane Martel's hand warmly, his demeanor starkly different from the other top cultivators on the Zora Genius list. Quinn's friendly nature left a strong impression on Zane Martel.
I shall not stand on ceremony then, Quinn. What's the matter?
Zane Martel's curiosity was piqued as Quinn placed an arm on his shoulder, guiding him forward. The sight was almost comical. Quinn, short and plump, contrasted sharply with Zane Martel's tall, lean frame. Together, they stepped out, releasing their elemental powers. Fierce hurricanes swirled around Zane Martel's feet, lifting him effortlessly while flames flickered beneath Quinn's steps.
Zane Martel, how is your willpower so strong? Did you cultivate some unique skill?
That's not true. Cultivation methods for willpower are rare. How'd I have one?
Zane Martel's words carried the weight of truth. No such methods existed in the entire Xuanyuan Mountains, nor likely in the vast Zhenhai region. Such treasures could only belong to the mythical Carlton Dragon Palace.
So I guess you're born with your willpower.
Aren't we all born with willpower, Quinn? What's so curious about that?
Quinn's excitement was palpable.
That's great. Zane Martel, if I'm not mistaken, you're most probably a willpower mutation, aren't you?
To keep this revelation private, Quinn sent the last part through telepathy, ensuring no one else could hear. Zane Martel's mind raced, processing the implications of Quinn's words. A willpower mutation? Such a rarity was almost unheard of. What did this mean for him? For his future? As the realization dawned on Zane Martel, questions flooded his thoughts. Could this mutation be the key to unlocking untold power? Or would it bring unforeseen dangers? Only time would reveal the true nature of his destiny. The atmosphere in the Xuanyuan Mountains was electric, buzzing with the energy of countless cultivators. In this intense environment, Zane Martel's expression grew solemn. He shook off Victor Quinn's friendly gesture, creating distance between them, his eyes narrowing with suspicion.
What do you mean?
Only Northern Demon Country members knew about willpower mutations. The fact that Victor Quinn knew this secret startled Zane Martel. Willpower mutations were exceedingly rare, appearing in only one person out of 10,000. The topic made Zane Martel particularly uneasy.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not hostile. I'm also a subject to willpower mutation.
Zane Martel's eyes widened in shock.
Willpower mutation? You too?
The revelation that Victor Quinn shared his rare traits stunned Zane Martel. It explained why Quinn's willpower was so unusually strong. They shared a powerful similarity. As they continued walking, Quinn elaborated. He revealed that his interest in Zane Martel stemmed from their shared condition. He had approached Zane Martel with a proposition, though he remained cryptic about the details, promising to reveal more after the preliminary match.
I'm sure you'll pass the preliminaries. I'll tell you everything after that.
Before long, they reached the other side of the cliff, revealing a vast open space, heavily guarded by skilled soldiers of the Carlton Dragon Palace. The tension in the air was palpable as they surveyed the scene. Of the original 900 contestants, only 800 remained. The rest had been eliminated, their hopes dashed. In the center of the open space, a semicircular shield covered the ground, shrouded in clouds and mist, concealing whatever lay beneath. The occasional roar of ghosts and monsters echoed from within, adding to the ominous atmosphere. The atmosphere in the training grounds of the Carlton Dragon Palace was electric. All eyes were on the stone stele, waiting for the next challenge to be announced. On one side stood a stone stele, blank and ominous. Leo King stepped forward, his voice booming across the grounds.
This formation is known as the Devil Demon Formation. It contains a large number of demonic beasts and devils.
The crowd fell silent, hanging on Leo King's every word.
You have to enter the Devil Demon formation and slaughter all the monsters. Every time you kill one, you will accumulate 1 point. Points will be given according to the strength of the beast. If your score exceeds 1,500 points, you can pass the preliminary match and participate in the Dragon Envoy of Carlton selection.
Excitement surged through the participants, igniting their fighting spirit.
One thing to note is that only 1 hour is given. When the time is up, you will be sent out.
The announcement left the participants excited and nervous.
The Devil Demon formation can hold at most 100 people at once. 100 of you enter the formation.
The participants exchanged glances, hesitant to be the first to step forward. Slowly, a line formed, and 100 brave souls stepped into the formation. As they entered the Devil Demon formation, dense smoke enveloped their figures, making it impossible to see anything from the outside world. The occasional roar of demonic beasts pierced the air. A rumble was heard as the stone tablet trembled violently. The names of the 100 participants appeared above it, each starting with a score of 0. The numbers instantly began to change. Liu Li, 1 point. Chang Nian, 3 points. Wu Xiwan, 5 points. The points accumulated rapidly, the positions on the stone tablet constantly shifting. At the top, Don Li's score shot up to 20 points within moments. Minutes later, the scores rose. Don Li was soon overtaken by Chen Wen, whose points rocketed past 500. The battles inside were fierce, each clash reflected in the rapidly changing scores. Bangs and crashes erupted, followed by blood-curdling roars. An hour passed in the blink of an eye. When the dust settled, over a dozen participants scored over 1,500 points. The majority, however, had failed and lost their qualifications. One by one, figures exited the formation, some stumbling, others collapsing to the ground, their bodies covered in wounds.
Only 15? That's too few. Those who passed the test, please stand on one side. Those who didn't, stand on the other.
Leo King's displeasure was evident. Out of 100 contestants, only 15 had passed. The pass rate was alarmingly low, highlighting the ferocity of the devils in the formation.
The next batch, hurry up. Don't waste time.
The next group prepared to enter, the tension rising again. What awaited them in the Devil Demon formation? Would they succeed where others had failed? The answers lay just beyond the smoke, in the heart of the formation's deadly trials. As Leo King's voice echoed through the cavern, excitement rippled through the crowd. Competitors rubbed their hands together, each confident in their strength. They stepped forward, ready to face the Devil Demon formation. Among the crowd, 3 figures stood out: Julian Flynn, Martin Skycloud, and Ethan Storm. Their names alone sent whispers through the onlookers. Julian with his piercing gaze and aura of unwavering confidence, Martin, the silent strategist whose calm exterior belied a fierce intellect, and Ethan, a storm of energy and determination. The crowd's murmurs grew louder, a mix of admiration and envy. As they entered the formation, thick smoke enveloped them, obscuring their figures. Only the deafening blasts reached the crowd outside. The smoke was a living entity, swirling and twisting, consuming the trio as they disappeared from sight. The tension was palpable, each second stretching into eternity. Suddenly, the stone tablet vibrated. Julian Flynn's name shot up from the middle, climbing rapidly. The vibrations resonated through the ground, sending shivers up the spines of those watching. A collective gasp rose from the crowd, eyes fixated on the rapidly ascending name. 5 points, 10 points, 30 points, 80 points. In mere minutes, he broke through 300 points. Each increment was a testament to Julian's prowess, his unyielding spirit shining through the stone. Leo King's tense expression relaxed slightly as he watched the scores climb. His stern features softened, a flicker of a smile tugging at the corners of his mouth. Soon, Martin Skycloud and Ethan Storm's names followed, their scores rising swiftly. Ethan Storm easily broke through to 1,500 points, passing the test with flying colors. One by one, more names reached the 500-point mark. An hour later, Julian Flynn and the others emerged, gasping for breath, looking like they had fought a fierce battle. Their clothes were torn, faces smeared with soot, but their eyes gleamed with victory. 20 had passed the 500-point mark, with Ethan Storm and Julian Flynn each obtaining 2,000 points. The crowd was left stunned. It was as if time had stopped, the realization of their achievement sinking in slowly, reverently.
Did you see that? Julian Flynn got 2,000 points.
The complacent Julian Flynn joined the queue of contestants who had passed. Next, the third group of challengers stepped in, including more names from the Zora Genius list. The queue moved with a disciplined grace, each step echoing the confidence and determination of those who had succeeded. As the groups progressed, more powerful challengers stepped forward, each eager to prove themselves. Soon, 100 had passed the preliminary match. Each success was met with a wave of applause, the cavern filled with the sound of triumph and camaraderie. In the sixth group, Leonard Hunter and Ethan Reed stepped forward, shooting icy glares at Zane Martell, a clear provocation. Their eyes were cold, their intentions clear. The challenge was not just a test of strength, but of will and rivalry. Leonard Hunter's name soared up the stone tablet, points climbing rapidly. 10 points, 30 points, 100 points, 500 points. He broke through 500 points in minutes. The stone tablet glowed with each point, a beacon of his prowess.
Leonard Hunter, only ranked 32nd, but his strength is impressive.
Ethan Reed followed closely behind, ranking second on the stone tablet. His ascent was steady, each point a calculated move in the grand game of the challenge. "Quinn, are you there?" Zane Martell shouted out Victor Quinn's name. What responded to his cries was no other sound at the scene except for his shouts and the roar of demonic beasts. The silence was eerie, broken only by the distant roars, adding to the oppressive atmosphere.
It seems that the formation is similar to a hallucinatory formation. Those who enter will be separated into different regions. Even if I'm determined to go searching for them, it's impossible to locate them. In that case, it's better to focus on defeating the demonic beasts. It's more important to obtain points.
Zane Martell's eyes flashed with a shrewd glint as he held the sky-killing sword. His grip tightened, the sword an extension of his resolve. A roar rang out. The thick gray fog around him was instantly distorted, forming a demonic beast of the 9th stage of the advanced level. The beast materialized from the fog, its eyes burning with an otherworldly fire. The demonic beast seemed to be some kind of wolf demon. It had 2 horns on its head and 2 tails. Its body emitted rolling flames as it bared its teeth and pounced on Zane Martell. The heat was intense, the flames licking at the air as it charged.
Die.
The sky-killing sword was thrust forward to kill the demonic beast right on the spot. The demonic beast exploded before its body morphed into a cloud of smoke that entered Zane Martell's body. The explosion was violent, a burst of energy that dissipated into the air. A number appeared in the sky. 1.
I'll obtain 1 point after killing a 9th stage advanced level demonic beast. I guess I have a rough understanding of the situation.
Soon, 10 more demons of the 9th stage advanced level had gathered around Zane Martell, lunging at him one after another. Their growls filled the air, a symphony of malice and hunger. Zane Martell held the sky-killing sword in his hand and swept it over. The sword key was overbearing. His movements were fluid, each strike precise and lethal. Like fireworks, the demonic beast's bodies exploded in a split second. 10 9th stage wolf demons instantly lost their lives, whizzing into Zane Martell's body as points. The scene was a blur of motion and sound, each explosion a testament to his skill. Before Zane Martell had the chance to catch his breath, another 50 wolf demons formed, similarly at the 9th stage advanced level. Soon, they were all eliminated by Zane Martell. The ground was littered with the remnants of his conquest, the air thick with the scent of battle. In the next moment, a lion-tiger demonic beast that had reached the peak of the 9th stage advanced level appeared. Its roar shook the very ground, a challenge to Zane's dominance. The moment it appeared, Zane Martel smashed it into 2 points before it could even react. His speed was unmatched, his resolve unbroken. Zane Martel had a rough idea of the principle behind the Devil Demon formation. Each beast, each point, was a step towards understanding the true nature of the challenge. Stay tuned to find out how Zane Martel navigates the challenges of the Devil Demon formation. The true test has just begun. The air was thick with anticipation, the crowd on edge, each moment a potential turning point.